will do me a favor. Give me some ones if you can hear me. And then let me know if I'm too loud. Because I'm on my headset and I've never used it live before. I use it when I'm on the phone all the time, every day. But I've never used it for live. So if I'm too loud, I don't want to burst your eardrums. But good morning. Good morning. Let me get over here. 1-1 so you can hear me. Am I too loud? Am I too loud? I was just putting up one of my crochet hooks. I try to put them back as I use them so that I always know where they are. And I found one laying here on my desk, an I hook, and I'm not using an I hook right now. I'm using an H hook. So that's what I have out. H, double check. Cannot hear me. Lily can hear me. Sandra cannot hear me. Should I just turn the headset off? Nope, not too loud. Yes, mic up a bit. How's that? That okay? Alright. Sandra, can you hear me now? Okay. Well, hello and welcome. My name is Ava, and this is Craft Hour, and the channel is Ava Potterfield and Friends, so I'm happy to be here this morning. Very happy to be here this morning. I'm always happy to be here because I'm always happy to see you all. There's Sandra saying good morning. There's Mew saying hello and welcome. And to please give us a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Share us out if you can. We are trying to hit our goal of reaching 2K by the end of the year. Working hard at it. And we're going for it. So all those things right there help us tremendously to do that. I do have the tip jar pinned to the top, and it's not necessary, but if anyone is inclined, any PayPals or Super Chats today go toward yarn purchases for Crafting Hour. So there's me saying hi. There's King's Gold, good morning. And Christina at Dyson's Crazy Adventure, good morning. Lily is stopping by to say good morning. Everybody's saying hellos. Oh, yes. So Christina found a mistake or a flaw or something that had gone wrong in the baby blanket she was working on. So she ripped it out and rolled it back into a ball of yarn. And I've done that so many times. And yes, it ends up being a lot of yarn, doesn't it? It sure does. But I'm glad you caught it. And now you're going to get it done. So that's the good part. Alright, not too loud. So everybody can hear me just fine. Oh, she's going to watch Cars. There's Husna. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Lily says we love you. Ava Duggan Pets. I'm mentioning pets. Here comes one right now. Hi. What you doing? His daddy went outside and he didn't get to go. He's out there at the truck. You can't really see him, but he's out there doing some stuff. Lily's been a member for 26 months. We appreciate you so much. Thank you. Everybody's saying hello. They're headed out to watch the cars. Can't wait to see the videos. I am doing just fine. Just fine. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Alright. So we're going to be working on right now. No, I have not sewn any of my sweaters together. I'm still working on this next one. My sweater vest. That's what I'll be working on today. Y'all, We turned our furnace on this morning. Now it's hot. We're going to have to turn the air conditioner on because the sun's out. But it's that time of year where you have your furnace on at night and then you turn the air conditioning on, usually by noon. And that's how it goes for about 2-3 weeks until it's officially fall and you just leave that heater on, right? Are you a sweet boy? You are a sweet boy. Yes, you are. Yes. But I can't hold you. Buddy's behind me wrapped up in that fuzzy blanket right there. There's a dog in there. And his blanket's in his dog bed. You're going to have to go get in your own blanket. You want me to put... I'm going to go put him in his blanket and I'll be right back. Here you go. Here's your blanket. Here's your bed. Here's your blanket. Lay down. Here you go. Okay, we'll see if he'll stay laid down. See, there's Buddy. Can you see him? Where's his head? His head's right there. There's his little head right there. He is all cozy in his blanket. And that blanket is fresh out of the dryer. I got hives, y'all. I'll try not to scratch them. Let's see here. The pet is so cute. The little white dog's name is Stevie. The one in the blanket, his name is Buddy. There's Mobang for your bucks. Good morning. Good morning. Christina says we've not turned our heater on yet. The Bud Files, good morning. Yeah, so I was telling them we turned our furnace on. I was cold. I had this, oh, it's not right there. I laid it over there. I had my hoodie on and I was still cold. So we turned our heater on. I couldn't take it anymore. Now what is going on with all this yarn? It's all wrapped around some stuff. Okay, that's coming out of the drawer because it's a ball of yarn. So I have it in there. Let me get untangled. I got a little tangled up, y'all. Let's get untangled. Here we go. Here we go. Ah! Okay, there. Not tangled anymore. So this is the front of my sweater vest. I'm gonna have to cut this and get it untangled so I can work with it. It's way down here. What kind of chaos is going on here today? Okay. Get that. My phone charger was in the way. Alright, there we go. There we go. Okay. Now. Just dropped my scissors in the floor. Okay. There we go. Got my scissors, got my crochet hook. We're going to tie this one off so I can get started on the other part. Here's the back of my sweater. And then the front of the sweater is going to be striped like this. It's going to have the brown in it intermittently. Okay, let's get this done and cut. Literally, it's laid here since last week. This is exactly where I was last week. Okay, so let's cut that and tie that off. Alright, I'll work the end in later. We're just going to put this over here out of the way for now. Okay, there's that. And nose was itchy. Alright, we're going to put one row of the tan right here. Oh, I'm going to pull it through right there. So I'm going to end up having quite a few sweater vests, well, sweaters And I'm going to cut that. I don't like the way that's unraveling. So I'm not even going to put it in my vest. There we go. And I'm happy about that because I'll have some various colors I can wear with different things. And of course I always make hats to match whatever I'm wearing. So that's going to be fun. Oh, I didn't cut this one. Cut that one too so I can tie it. Put that right there. Get this tied and then I'll be ready to work that row. There we go. All right. Put that there. Okay, here we go. We're officially working on our next row. All right. There we go. There we go. Let's see here. Everybody saying hello. King's Gold says, I leave my furnace on year round. It automatically comes on if the kitchen drops below 45. Nightbot says, you are amazing. Well, it was in the 50s here this morning, and that was cold enough for me. I had my coat on, I was still cold. Because that's what I've been doing. I've been wearing that fleece-lined hoodie. Zipper hoodie. Now that blanket's back there because I got it out of the dryer and I didn't put it away yet. It's up there so the dogs don't get on it. My grandmother made that quilt for me, so I didn't want it to be accessible. It can't be on the bed because our dogs sleep with us, and the Chihuahua and the Beagle are still puppies and they chew on everything. And I don't want that blanket chewed up, so. But sometimes I cover up with it here at my desk. Fold it and put it across my lap. Ding dong, that's my phone. Oh, don't tell me oh no, I don't have a knot. I'm like, come on now. I don't want a knot. I don't. So I'm going to make both sides as I go so that I'm making them the same. So when I finish this row, I'm going to do a chain and start the other side of my vest until I get right where I left off here. So every time I change colors, I'll just go to the other side and get it hot up to where I am on the opposite one. That's my plan. One, because I'm working with leftover tan yarn and I don't want to run out. I don't want to have to buy yarn to just use it for a few rows. So this will let me gauge how I'm doing as I go if I do both sides at the same time. Sometimes I do it that way anyway, and sometimes I do one whole side panel and then I do the next whole side panel. It just seems more convenient to me to do both side panels at the same time. King's Gold says, got a bolt. See you later. Alright, thank you. Thanks for coming in. Have a good day. Doug is usually working on Saturdays, but he switched and he's working for somebody else. So he's off today and working tomorrow. And we're going to have a honey-do list work day. And don't get me wrong, I got a honey-do list too. So we're both going to be working together, marking things off our lists. And it's going to be a busy day. Busy, busy day. But that's a good thing. So I told him last night before bed, I said, you remember I'm live on Saturdays, right? He forgot. He forgot. Okay, so just gonna put one of those stripes in every so often, and that's what's gonna hold those colors together. Okay, so now I gotta count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 50. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. I need to chain 58 right there. Right after I tie this one off. 58. Lay that one there. So I'm laying this one down. Now I'm going to chain 58 with this green to make my side panel. The other side panel. Let's see here. Card Junkie is here. Hello. Thank you again for your singing last night. You're very welcome. You're welcome. There's Crochet Girly. Hello, thanks for being here. I am working on a... right now I'm dropping my crochet hook. Got it. I'm working on a sweater vest. So this is going to be the back of it. You know, when you make them in fabric, you usually make the back plain, a solid color, and then the front's kind of decorative. So this is going to be my back panel, and then I'm going to have 2 front panels. They're going to be the hunter or forest green with an accent of the same color as the back. Yeah, that is my plan. And right now I'm getting ready to start the second side panel. I'm going to work on both panels as I go. That's the plan. Alright, now I have to chain 58. Y'all, I got to count these. So I'm going to count for a minute. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to put this right here. So what are y'all doing today? If you're working on a craft project, what are you working on? If you're just hanging out and on a Saturday, let me know what your Saturday plans are. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 20. That's what 20 chains looks like. There's 40. There's 50. Eight. 58 chains looks like this. And this is going to turn into this. So the first row is the hardest because you only have a little bit to hold on to. Crochet Girly says, I crochet too, but I have no ideas. I started some coasters. Oh, I love crocheted coasters. Those are fun to make, aren't they? And so cute. All right, thank you for coming in. Bud Files saying morning to all the people. Card Junkies, drinking coffee with my daughter in from Milwaukee. Well, enjoy your time together. I'm drinking coffee too, right here. Christina says, I think I'm almost to where I messed up going to work on my baby blanket. Then later today, we're throwing a birthday party for my nephew. Oh, he's still having a hard time with his dad being gone. Oh, well, blessings to him and happy birthday to him as well. And that would be a hard time. Let's see here. Put this in there because I'm going to look down for a little bit. Alright, here we go. I don't know what Doug's doing out there, but I hear the truck running. He's right out there somewhere with one of those trucks. He was on a ladder doing something to the top of the camper. He's got some waterproofing to do up there. And this new camper was given to him by his brother. He had it out at the farm. And it's tall. It's one of those sloping ones. As you get toward the back, it slopes up more. So if we're camping in the back of that truck, we're going to have so much more room. It'll be so much easier to get in and out that tailgate. Because when we're camping and I need out, yes, I need out to go to the bathroom. I drink a lot of water in the day because of my lupus. And I got in the habit of that because water is a pain reliever. A lot of people don't know that. But besides keeping you hydrated, it's a pain reliever, a natural pain reliever, and it lubricates your joints. And so with lupus and fibromyalgia, keeping my joints lubricated and my muscles hydrated helps me so much. But then, you know, I'm up several times in the night. And getting out of the camper, because at night, you know, you don't want to go through the whole big ordeal of putting opening the camper, putting the tailgate down, and then you got to put it up, and then you've made a bunch of noise, and if there's people around you, you woke them up. So I just open the camper part and crawl over the top of the tailgate onto the bumper and use that as my step down. So this one, I'll have so much more room. It was kind of like crawling through the fence. Have any of you ever crawling through the barbed wire fence where you pull it up and you barely squeeze through? That's kind of what it was like. So it'll be a lot different with this camper because I'll have so much more room to get in and out. I know it might not be something you have to think about, but it is something that I have to think about. I usually get up at least twice a night just to go to the bathroom, and then I fall right back to sleep. If I don't do anything except that, then I can go back to sleep. Now if I get distracted by something and wake up, it's over. I'm up for the rest of the night. Or if I turn on my phone and look at something, so I just don't do that and I can go right back to bed. However, this morning I had my alarm set for 9 a.m. because, you know, it's a Saturday and I get to sleep in. Nope, we were up at 8. Doggone it. Got up a whole hour before my alarm went off. But that's alright. That's alright. So I'm doing that 30-day shorts challenge with Fangirl Cheryl. And so I got up and got my shorts done. And then I did some scheduling for my relaxation channel. And then I'm here. So it worked out alright. Oh, look at that dog bed over there. We have dog beds intermittently all around the house. So they have somewhere to lay down and be comfy if they choose. And right now, he's over there in that bed, snuggled up in his blanket. He's still in his blanket. He appreciated it. He stood up and twirled for his blanket. He's a happy boy. Alright, let's see here. I'm almost to the end of this row, and then I'll go back up to my chat for a little bit. Oh, so we had that all cleaned off, and now I gotta clean it off again. I just have my notebooks there. Y'all know I'm the notebook queen. I still am. And so I got my stack of notebooks there. And they keep me organized, but I need to organize them so it doesn't look like that pile. It just kind of looks like a pile of stuff, but it's actually stuff I use. Except that blanket. I just need to put it up. I gotta be careful when I have space like that, because it very easily, for me, becomes a catch-all. And I'm trying to get out of that habit. And it's a hard habit to break. It really is. Alright, pull that up late. So there's my second panel, the beginning of my second panel right there. Let's get over here. There we go. So her nephew's turning 11 today. Hey, there's Carla Reyes Crochet. Hello, and thanks for being here. Oh, Car Junkie says happy birthday to your nephew. Yeah. Nightbot says always remember that you are amazing. And just a reminder, if you type an exclamation point and the word awesome, if you type that into the chat, Nightbot will drop your channel link for you. Let's see if it did. Yesterday it took twice. Yep, it certainly did. Woo! Shower time! Oh, Car Junkie says, oh my goodness, I'm getting a call. I declined it there. I need to decline it here, and then I need to tell them why so they understand. Car Junkie said, helping my heart so far, I have removed 34 pounds in 10 weeks. Wow. You're getting it done. Tell him I'm doing craft hour, so he knows why I declined his call. Okay. Oh, his response is priceless. Christina says, I woke up at 3 and then again at 9. Worst part, I went to bed around 1:30. Hey, we were close. I was in bed at 2. I was playing a game. Isn't that's a lot of weight to lose in 10 weeks. That's awesome. Okay, so there's where I typed in exclamation point awesome, and if you type it just like that, no spaces, then ta-da, Nightbot will drop your link for your channel. Alright, put this back here. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 6 more rows of green. And then I gotta get these sewn together because y'all, it's time to wear these sweaters. Alright, here we go. Row 2 will go quicker because it's easier to hang on to. Here we go. Oh, I don't have any music on. Do y'all need the music on? Or is this okay? not counting anymore, so I don't have to be quiet. So I'm going to be doing honeydews. I got to do the dishes, clean off a couple of places, 2 counters in the kitchen. Doug's going to clean off the table. I'm going to run the dishwasher, and then I have like my Tupperware. I don't put it in the dishwasher, so I'll be washing those by hand. And then it's time to think about what are we having for lunch. I'm already hungry. I'm always hungry. Have you guys ever noticed that? And then payday, I'll be buying ingredients for a couple of more cooking videos to do. And I did one, and I didn't video it. It was a cabbage casserole. And I know what I'm going to do different just to make it more to my taste. I'm going to alter the recipe a little bit. I know what it needed for me, what I felt like it needed. Y'all might like the recipe just like it is. So I'll be buying that plus a couple of extra ingredients to put in it, and I'll actually film it. I love cabbage, and Doug does not. So anything I make with cabbage is all mine. Oh my goodness. Alright. Hey, there's Tom Sam's music. He got my message. That's who called me. Christina saying hello, nephew. So for anyone who doesn't know, Christina at Dyson's Crazy Adventure, Lily T, and Sandra at Hawkins Family Adventures, we have all adopted each other as sisters. Which makes Tom Sam's music, who's our son, their nephew. Hello, Tom. Hello, hello. Good morning. Uh-oh, Christina says, Teddy, my doctor is mad at me. My A1C was almost at 12 and my thyroid levels were low. Too low. Well, I hope you get that taken care of. Carla, putting in some emojis there. Alright, I'm going to put this here. Let's see, let's go get just a little bit of music. Now, I've never had music playing in the background while I've had these headphones on. So let's see. I don't want it too loud. Like, can y'all hear that music? It's just to fill in some of the space while I'm crocheting and not talking. I just don't want it to be too loud. Alright. And I might turn on the PlayStation later, Tom. I haven't used it so long. I hope we're still signed in. If I need help, I'll be calling you. I might play some Red Dead Redemption today. If I get all my honeydew list done. If I do that, I'll have to put Doug over here on my computer so he can watch Netflix. You know, I watch Netflix on my phone, and for some people, the phone screen, they're just not interested in watching movies on their phone. But I don't have a problem with it. I listen to that while I'm editing and just set it off to the side. But I'm not one of those that I have to sit there and watch the show like this. I can listen and look and do and look. I can multitask, and I actually get more done that way. I can't explain it. I don't know. But it helps me concentrate on my work better. It does. I'm not making it up. Okay, I'm on row 3. Row 3 happening now. This is I'll show you this notebook. I did combine some things and put them in one notebook. Christina watches movies on her phone too. Hey, there's Rose Kind. Oh no! Rose says I ate a bag of sugar-free candy and got drunk on alcohol sugar. Okay, Rose. I don't think you're supposed to eat it a bag at a time. Slow down. Slow down. You know, we get sugar-free candy for my mom. And the Stouffer's is all I can think of. Stouffer's is not candy. There's a certain brand of candy that you eat it and you can't even tell it's sugar-free. And that's what we get my mom. We get her chocolate. Now, Doug and I are really big on keeping candy stashes around the house. He likes to keep those little candy bars. And they're great to just grab one and have a snack. And I keep hard candy here at my desk. And of course, it's all got sugar. So Mom couldn't really have any. So every time we had candy, she wanted candy. And so we actually found some candy that she really enjoyed eating. I can't remember the name of it. Oh, Russell Stover's. Yes. 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 Is that what you've got? Delicious. I ate some too. I couldn't believe how good it was. Tom plays Red Dead Redemption 2. I play Red Dead Redemption 1. I haven't played it in a long time. That's why I'm not sure if I'm still logged into my PlayStation or not. It's over there. Yes, it's right there is my PlayStation. Right there. Do y'all remember Sweatin' to the Oldies and Richard Simmons? I'm going to order me some Sweatin' to the Oldies because that was some of the most fun exercising I ever did in my life. And I sold that at a garage sale about 15 years ago, and I've always wished I hadn't. So I'm going to, for 20 bucks, you can order another CD, or they have a whole collection, but I can't afford to buy the collection. So I'm going to buy Sweatin' to the Oldies 1, and then probably in a couple of months I'll buy Sweatin' to the Oldies 2. There's 4 of them. Every couple of months I'm just going to buy another one. Russell Stover's sugar-free candy is delicious. Woohoo! Oh, fun fact. Red Dead Redemption is actually a sequel to a really old game called Red Dead Revolver. Fun fact. I did not know that. Did not know that. Alright. Where am I? I'm right here. Why am I bleeding? I had band-aids right here all this time. And now we moved them somewhere else. I'll just put this little piece of paper on my arm. Like when you cut yourself shaving. I'll just stick it right there. Because apparently I had a scab there that I scratched without thinking about it. Because I don't remember doing that. Can't think of any reason I should be bleeding right there. See, it's working. It's working. Rose says hello to all. Alright. There we go. it's easy to hold on to now. I might wear this vest at Folklife Festival, playing music. Depends on how cool it is that day. We've played at Folklife Festival when it was so cold. We had to have gloves on with the fingertips cut out so I could play our instruments. And then we played there where it was so nice. So nice. Just depends. Every year is different. And you're playing outside. I hope I can play outside this year. I'll have to wear my UV protective shirt. Because if I get those blisters, I just gotta go. I can't. I try to work through my lupus with band and everything that I do, but I mean, I can't. If that happens, I just gotta stop and get out of the sun. There's no other way around it. It's been a weird year for me this year, my lupus and the sun. I have not enjoyed it. It has been very painful. Getting there. Rose says, I fell asleep after 5 a.m., so I'm just getting up. My goodness, girl. Almost to the end of this row. These are little short rows. It goes by fast. I think I have enough yarn to do this. I may not. I may have to go buy some more green. Alright, there we go. Had to stick my tongue out to get that turn made. Anybody else have to do that sometimes? So, I've been really frustrated with my health lately. And meaning I've been down with my health. I've been in a lot of pain. My pain levels have been like on a 1 to 10, they've been about a 15. And I keep pushing through, trying to do all the things I want to do, and then because of the pain, you know, pain can make you a little irritable. I'm just gonna put that out there. And sometimes I push through the pain to go do something I want to do, and then 10 minutes after I'm there, I wish I had just stayed home. And you know, people, I won't say they don't, I'll say they can't. People can't look at me right now. You can't look at me right now and judge my pain level. Because right now, everything is inside me. There's nothing outward that you can see right now that says, oh, she's in pain today. Right? So I have to remind myself of that people, it's not that they don't see I'm in pain, it's that they cannot look at me and see I'm in pain. And I have to remind myself of that and not get grumpy. Does that make sense? So I gave myself a talking to. Once in a while, you just have to give yourself a talking to. And I had to have an attitude change, which, you know, is my attitude most days, but when you're down with a lot of pain, more than usual, you got to give yourself a course correction periodically. So I gave myself a talking to and gave myself a course correction and to remind myself to just be thankful that I'm able to do what I'm doing, because there may come a day that I can't do those things anymore. So I need to enjoy doing what I am doing while I'm able to do it. And when you think about things like that, it puts a whole different spin on everything, right? So be grateful I'm able to do the things I can, and be patient to know that eventually the pain will ease, and I won't be so frustrated all the time. Because a lot of times it's not people I'm frustrated with. It's my lupus and fibromyalgia, and I have other things wrong that are just so unpredictable from day to day. How I'm going to feel, what I'm going to be able to do, what I want to do, what I have planned for the day. And so I had a pretty good attitude adjustment. I gave myself a tuning up. Do people say that anymore? When I was growing up, if someone said, I'm going to tune you up, it meant you're about to get a beat down. Which is not what I mean by tuning up. It means I just had to, you know, get some things squared away so my outlook on life was right again. Yeah. Because when I hurt, I tend to withdraw. Like on Facebook, I hadn't been on there in a long time. I still haven't posted anything on Instagram in a long time. I haven't posted videos here in a long time. I've done my lives, but if you look at for a new video, you're not gonna find one. And I'm doing the shorts every day in that challenge. But yeah, your outlook on life, your attitude, your inner attitude can make all the difference in how your day goes. And that's why you hear me encourage people not to give up all the time, is because I've had to not give up. I'm continually having to not give up. And sometimes people need to hear that. Sometimes I need to hear it. I am able to crochet. There was some weeks I didn't do my crochet live because I was in too much pain in my wrists to do it. Alright, let's get to the chat because I haven't looked over there in a little while. Rose says, I have withdrawn from pain meds, so I take one magnesium every other day. I take magnesium as well. It's in one of the supplements that I take. It makes a big difference, doesn't it? Yes. Christina says, I have the same issue. Oh, Dennis' cat is trying to take my yarn ball. No, kitty. All right. There we go. I was getting ready to say I'm still working on writing out the pattern for Doug's blanket, but the truth is I haven't started yet, so that might be something I get to today. I don't know if I've shown it to you or not. Let me show it to you. Uh-oh. It's in the other one still. Where'd I put it? Oh, it is. Right there. It's in this one. So I took this graph paper and I did a tractor. Can you see that tractor? It'll be dark red because this is one of the Bob Massey Ferguson tractors out at the farm. And so it's got the green grass, it's on the driveway, or the pastures out at the farm have little roads through them, just like from the tractors, so you could drive your truck out there or whatever. So it's on one of the roads out there, and there's the blue sky, there's the green grass and the brown road, and there's the tractor. So I gotta write out the pattern for that, and then I'll be ready to make that pattern. So it's gonna be a corner to corner, because that's how I want to make it. I want to do it as a corner to corner. And then I'll write it out as a double crochet, and I'll make one of those too, because I have to test my pattern to make sure it doesn't need any corrections, right? And I'm looking forward to that. Doug's looking forward to that. But I gotta write out the directions, so I don't want to have to count squares on the graph and try to figure out where I am. I write the directions out on the computer, then I print it out, and then literally I highlight a row I'm doing, and then I can just see immediately where to start when I pick it up again. Because it really frustrates me to have to count rows and figure out where I am and that kind of stuff. But that's just me. Yay, thank you. Thank you. Doug's gonna love it. Doug's gonna love it. And I bet his dad will too. So I don't know who's gonna get the one I make, the first one, if it'll be Doug or his dad. So I'll probably end up making two anyway, so that they each can have one if they want one. I mean, Doug didn't have a choice. I'm making one. There it is. But if his dad wants one, I'll make two. And then I have some other tractors to do after I do this one. I haven't drawn them out yet. So I put them on graph paper, and then each one of those squares on that graph is one corner to corner stitch. Now I think each square on a double crochet will either be 3 double crochets or it'll be 4 double crochets. I won't know till I make it. I'll have to make a little bit of it just to see how it's going to go together and make that decision then. And then I'll know from now on. Then I'll know. I have Christina's working on one in her head for the fair next year. Awesome! Awesome! Well, you know, a lot of creators have these digital programs, and I have Excel, which I can use, but those are kind of rectangular squares. I'd rather just, well, I kind of designed it. I did design it in Excel, and then I drew it out on graph paper because these are squares, and I can calculate exactly the number of stitches I need based on these squares. And it looks better on the graph paper, so I do it both ways. But, you know, I know that makes more work for me, but it's what works for me. I'm more of a hands-on person than I am a computer program person. And if I did made patterns all the time, I would probably switch to a computer program to do that with, just because of time, because it is very time consuming. But for now, this is what works for me, and it works well. And when I've written out that pattern, then I put it over there in my file cabinet, and I have it for later if I need it for later. I was talking about, being sick in my outlook, and Okar Junkie says, I understand your thinking. I have never seen myself ill. Even now, the mirror is still saying you are good. And the doctor is arguing with how I see myself. I understand. It's hard to be down when you don't want to be. Yes, absolutely. Christina's gonna draw it out too. I don't know why I prefer that. Maybe it's my age. But I love the feel of the hands-on, and I love to draw, I love to color, and I get to do both of those things on graph paper. So, yeah. It works. Works really well for me. Let's see, let's change that song. Oh, that's a nice one. So in the description of my videos on Craft Hour, you'll see this whole big long list of music. And that's what I've done. Is for anybody else who might be interested in doing this, I'm in StreamYard, and in StreamYard they now have a background music section, and they have their own music in there, but you can also add your own, but you have to have, it has to be music that you're allowed to use. So I have put some of my non-copyrightable, well, let me rephrase that. Some music in StreamYard, it is copyrighted, and they say it's copyrighted, and if you don't attribute it and show this license that they give you to copy and paste, then you're in trouble. I don't use those. I use the free music in StreamYard that says you can use it, and I have loaded that in here, because the only thing I use that music for, because the only thing it's licensed for, is for YouTube, right? But I can use it for any of the lives that I need music for, as long as I list it in the description. So I never know what I'm going to use. It depends on the day, and so I just list them all every single time. That way, whatever I play, I'm covered. It works. Then I don't have to go back and do it later. Okay, how many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 2 more rows before I change colors. Alright. Boy, I like these short rows. I know some people are working on blankets, and it can seem like it takes forever to get to the end of a row when you're making a blanket. Whew. Crochet like the wind. That's what I always say. There for a while, I had crochet orders I was working on, and Tom would be like, "What are you doing, Mom?" I'm like, "I'm in the sweatshop." And I only said that is because every spare second I had, I was crocheting, trying to get stuff done. Sometimes that's what it feels like, doesn't it? But I'm just crocheting for fun right now. I'm making myself some things. Howdy doody. Howdy doody. Alright. Halfway through this row. I'm gonna stop and go check my chat. Christina says I need to find out what kiddo has the draft paper. Where's that? Where's it at? I keep mine in the file cabinet, and then I forget where I put it. And I had Doug buy me some more, and then of course 2 days later I found where I put it. Rose says she was told to look in the mirror without seeing her head. Huh. Awesome! Exclamation point. Awesome! Drops your channel link. Uh-oh. Christina says I still have a king-size blanket order I have not started yet. You're gonna be busy. Oh. You need to do that again. You left off an E. You're like, why didn't that work? I had to put mine in twice the other day because I did the same thing. I like this song. Which one is that? Lunch is on, so I will see everyone next time. Be blessed. You too, my friend. You'll be in our prayers. Holy cow, it's been over an hour already. The time goes by so fast. Well, I want to at least get to the end of my row. Because when I put this down, I have to go do chores. And I have my own honey-do list. And Red Dead Redemption isn't on it. That's what I'll do on my break. In fact, I may just start the game over. I don't know. I've played it all the way through one time. There it is! Exclamation point, awesome, no spaces, and ta-da! Nightbot will drop your link for you. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have one more row to go. And here's this one with the accent color in it. And I only have this much green yarn left. So the verdict is in. I have to go buy more yarn. No, don't make me go yarn shopping. No. Wonder what else I'll leave with. You can't just go buy one skein of yarn. Christina says I need to do laundry this weekend so the kids have clothes. I'm gonna do laundry so I have clothes. If you beat the game already, it's okay to start over, but look on YouTube for tips and tricks. Alright, I will do. There might be some secret stuff hidden in the game you can find. Alright, I will do that. Christina says I have the same issue. I gotta have clothes for myself. Doug, if he's running out of clothes, he just does his own laundry. I'll try to do his laundry too today. See, in the summer, because our central air went out, right? So we have 2 window units, which really is not enough for the entire house. So I have one here in the living room and one in the kitchen, because that's where we are most of the time. And it keeps it nice and cool. Unless the oven's on, or the dryer's running, or you're cooking, right? That heats up a house. So that's been our rule, is on days I have lessons, there's no laundry, no cooking before lessons. It all has to be after, so it's cool, nice and cool when they've come for their lessons, because you want your clients to be comfortable, right? So now that winter's here, well, winter's not here, fall is here, I won't have that issue. We can do laundry whenever and run the dryer whenever we want. Now it's vented outside, but it doesn't matter. It still heats up the house. And cooking, oh my gosh, especially heats up the house. But it doesn't matter in the fall and winter, so yeah. Oh no, she said I meant leaving the store with more than one thing of yarn. Yeah, I pretty much will not leave the store with just one skein of yarn. It's never happened. It probably won't happen today, but we'll see. I'll try to have control. Control? What's that? Well, I don't know, but I'm going to try to have some. Well, y'all, it's been over an hour and I finished that row, so I guess technically we should go. So I wish you all a wonderful rest of the day. Thanks for spending part of your time with me. Christina says cooking heats up my house too. Yeah, big time here. Thanks for spending part of your day, morning, afternoon, whatever it is there at your house. Thanks for spending time with me today. And it's always a blessing when y'all spend some time with me. And I have so much fun with you in the chat and talking to you about things and crafting and all of those things. And I just love y'all so much and want you to always know that we don't take any of you for granted. We consider you a blessing, and always. So have a good rest of the day. And if you are struggling right now for whatever the reason, just know that you never struggle alone. I struggle every single day, and you can come in, honey. And you know, you just gotta hang on. We can do hard things when we have to. You gotta have a good attitude about it. Try to, if you can. I know sometimes that's hard to do, but we can do those hard things when we have to and get through. So never give up. Never give up. Tom says September is also National Recovery Month. I did not know that. So congratulations to everybody who's in recovery. That is awesome. Oh, he's already gone. Or he would say hello to you. But have a good rest of the day. Just know we appreciate you so much. And I won't see you again until Monday morning, bright and early, for Morning Talk with Ava. I'll try to have some coffee made and be ready. Yeah. And it's also Show and Tell week on Wednesdays. So if you have pictures to send in for Show and Tell, go ahead and do that. Our email is all over the place. It's in our About section. It's also in the description of every video on our channel, I think. and our lives. It's in the description of our lives. I think it's all the way at the bottom, though. You gotta scroll all the way down. You can get those emailed to me, and I'll get those approved and loaded up into StreamYard for Show and Tell. So I'll let you go. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of the day. You all are amazing. Don't ever forget it. bye.